Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining me again today. It's day 5 of 30 days of holiday grief, wellness, sadness. One of my tools in my tool belt is music. Hang on to the end to hear me sing a little song of encouragement for you. When I began to work through grief, particularly after the loss of Robert, my first husband, I wondered if I was always going to feel sad and lonely. Those are two emotions that are prominent with most people in that situation. It feels like it's going to last forever. Hope seems fleeting and even impossible to grasp. Emotions are triggered by circumstances. How we feel about our circumstances, that is, if we see them as bad, difficult, or impossible, we will evidence feelings that represent our thoughts about our circumstances. So, are we always going to feel sad and lonely? It depends on us. It depends on me. It depends on our mindset. I remember when riding down the street in the funeral vehicle, feeling sad and even angry that everybody else's world did not stop. How could people be going to work, having lunch, performing normal daily tasks when I was burying my husband? In hindsight, and having dealt with the grief emotions, that kind of thinking is nonsensical. But in the moment of that grief, it made perfectly good sense to me. We ask ourselves, how are we going to make it without our loved one? How am I going to get through the day? I don't want to go to work. I don't want to socialize. I don't want to be around people. I believe those feelings are normal. The question is how long they will last will be an individual choice. From what I can remember from the passing of Robert, I think those sad feelings lasted about 3 years on and off. Not extreme sadness, just an underlying feeling of something missing. In reading a book called The Grieving Brain by Mary Frances O'Connor, she writes, "The ending of a relationship by suddenly and inexplicably withdrawing from all communication, she refers to as ghosting. That's a term that's used in our modern culture that means cutting off a relationship without explanation. Of course, this is illogical for us to think this way about our loved one, but not unheard of during the emotional explosions that take place. It's been almost 11 years since the passing of Robert, 9 years since the passing of John. I can truly say that the sadness becomes less and less over time. But we need to give ourselves time to heal. We need to be patient with ourselves and not try to rush the process. You'll not always feel sad and lonely. Time has a way of healing us. However, we can delay that healing if we choose to wallow and stay where we are in our sorrow. I must say, though, if your journey is fresh, don't be hard on yourself in this area. Be patient with yourself, your emotions, and your feelings. In navigating the landscape of grief, it's essential to recognize that while the journey can feel overwhelming, it is profoundly personal and unique. Embracing the challenges and allowing ourselves to heal, that's a crucial step forward. By shifting our mindset and focusing on growth, we can transform our pain into purpose, ultimately finding comfort in the memories of our loved ones rather than in the emptiness of their absence. Remember, you are not alone in this. As time moves on, so too can our feelings of sadness. Let this be a reminder that healing is a process, and with patience and support, we can emerge stronger and more resilient. Here are 4 things for you to consider that might help you along the way. Open yourself to accept what or who you cannot change. You're only responsible for you. Open yourself to find community that will encourage and challenge you. And let go of friends that you are in a rut with, meaning they pull your spirit down rather than lift you up. And open yourself to face challenges, realizing that they will either make you bitter or better. And open yourself to accept your God-given purpose for life. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. This would be a huge blessing to me. I'm also looking forward to hearing from you. Please leave me a comment below if this video has meant something to you. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have a fabulous day.
Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, needing a friend to save me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord?